Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our series on understanding the reality of the universe through RL flow. I'm your guide through this exciting journey of discovery and understanding. In our last episode, we dove deep into the incredible concept of the law of transcendence. We explored the thrilling potential of RL flow, going beyond the physical realm, the boundaries of time and space, and touching upon something truly transcendent. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? Now let's continue this extraordinary journey. In today's episode, we're going to delve into 3 significant laws that govern RL flow. We will be discussing the Law of Reciprocity, which is all about the balance of giving and receiving, both in terms of intentions and energy. The Law of Interconnectedness, which posits that everything in the universe, from the smallest particle to the grandest galaxy, is deeply connected. And finally, we'll talk about the law of conservation of RL flow. Much like the familiar laws of energy conservation, it speaks to the idea that RL flow can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed. These laws guide our understanding of the intricate dance between matter, energy, and consciousness in our universe. They are crucial pieces of the puzzle that is RL flow. Stay with me, folks, as we embark on this enlightening journey and unravel the beautiful tapestry of our universe through RL flow. Ready? Let's get started. All right, let's kick things off with the first law for today, the Law of Reciprocity. This law is an interesting one and might remind you of something from your everyday life. Just as the name suggests, it talks about the idea of give and take, the ebb and flow that we're all familiar with. But let's see what it means in the context of RL flow. You see, in RL flow, reciprocity is about the exchange of intention and energy. It's not just about a physical give and take, it's much deeper than that. It's about how our intentions, what we want, desire, and aim for, interact with the energy that surrounds us and flows through us. In terms of a mathematical representation, the law of reciprocity can be represented as R equals Y times E, where R stands for reciprocity, I for intention, and E for energy. What this means is that the level of reciprocity we experience is directly proportional to the interaction of our intention with the energy we put out or receive. But let's not keep this discussion purely theoretical. Let's ground it with some real-life examples. Imagine you're part of a team working on a project. Your intention here is to see the project succeed. The energy you invest includes your time, your skills, your dedication. This is where the law of reciprocity kicks in. Your intention, combined with the energy you've invested, will be reciprocated, often leading to a successful project and positive feedback from your team. The equation R equals I times E holds true. Here's another scenario. Suppose you're in a conflict with someone, and your intention is to resolve the dispute. If you invest energy in understanding the other person's perspective and seeking a compromise, the law of reciprocity implies that this positive intention and energy will be reciprocated in kind, often leading to a resolution. But it's important to note, the law of reciprocity is not a magic wand. Just like all natural laws, it operates subtly and over time. And it's not always a direct one-to-one exchange. The universe has its unique way of balancing things out. Now, why is this law so important? It's because it demonstrates how our intentions and the energy we invest can significantly impact our reality. By understanding this, we can better navigate our lives, aligning our intentions and energy to manifest the reality we desire. Now that we've seen the law of reciprocity in action, let's dig a little deeper and understand its implications, especially regarding intention and energy exchange. One of the key takeaways from this law is the profound influence of our intentions and the energy we invest in the outcomes we experience. We live in an interconnected universe, and our intentions, the energy of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, play a crucial role in shaping our reality. But remember, the law of reciprocity is not like a vending machine where you insert your intention and energy and out pops your desired result. The universe is far more complex than that. It's about setting an intention, investing genuine energy, and allowing the universe to respond in its own time and manner. It's about being open and receptive, not just demanding and expecting. The potential benefits of understanding and harnessing this law are immense. By intentionally directing our energy, we can attract more positive experiences, cultivate healthier relationships, and even manifest our deepest desires. The law of reciprocity offers a roadmap to a more fulfilling life if we're willing to navigate it consciously. However, harnessing this law also comes with its challenges. It requires self-awareness, mindfulness, and consistency. It's not just about putting in effort when we feel like it. It's about consistently aligning our intentions with our actions and patiently awaiting the universe's response. Furthermore, it's essential to remember that while we have the power to influence our reality, we don't control everything. There are external factors and other people's free will that play a role too. So, while the law of reciprocity can guide us, it's not a guarantee for specific outcomes. Now let's move on to our next law for today, the law of interconnectedness. This law dives deeper into the intricate fabric of the universe, revealing an even more profound level of unity and wholeness. Interconnectedness, in essence, refers to the fundamental principle that all things in the universe are connected and interdependent. This is not just a philosophical or spiritual concept, but a reality reflected in various scientific fields, from quantum physics to ecology. But how does this interconnectedness work within the context of RL flow? Let's consider this. The RL flow represents the information flow throughout the universe, and this flow isn't isolated. It doesn't exist in pockets or segments. Rather, it exists as an intricate network, connecting and influencing all things in the universe. Think of it like a cosmic web, where each thread is connected, directly or indirectly, to every other thread. This brings us to the mathematical representation of this law, the equation I equals sigma times the product of C and E. Here, I represents the interconnectedness, C stands for correlation, and E is the energy or force being exchanged. The sigma symbol, sigma, signifies a summation of these interactions. In simpler terms, the degree of interconnectedness between entities or systems is directly proportional to their correlation and the amount of energy or force being exchanged between them. So, the more deeply correlated two entities are, and the more energy they exchange, the stronger is their interconnectedness. All right, let's delve into some examples to illuminate this beautiful concept of interconnectedness. Example 1, the butterfly effect. You might have heard of this theory. It proposes that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil can cause a tornado in Texas. Now, this doesn't mean that each butterfly is a mini weather-controlling superpower. Instead, it's illustrating the sensitive dependence on initial conditions where a small change at one place in a system can result in large differences to a later state. This is a powerful manifestation of interconnectedness on a global scale. Example 2. Quantum entanglement. At the quantum level, particles can become entangled, meaning that the state of one particle is connected to the state of another, no matter the distance between them. If you change the state of one particle, the state of the other particle changes instantaneously. This strange but fascinating phenomenon is yet another testament to the profound interconnectedness in our universe. Example 3. Ecological interconnectedness. On a more relatable level, think about the interconnectedness in an ecosystem. Each species is interconnected, relying on others for survival. A change in one species can have cascading effects on the entire ecosystem, emphasizing the intricate web of life and dependence. Now, let's take a step back and really comprehend the importance of the law of interconnectedness and what it means for us. Firstly, understanding interconnectedness alters our perspective of the universe. It reminds us that nothing exists in isolation. Every action, every thought, every particle in this vast cosmos is intrinsically linked. It's not just about particles or butterflies or ecosystems, it's about us as well. You see, we are all woven into this intricate tapestry of the universe, with our actions and thoughts contributing to the RL flow. Our emotions, our decisions, even our mere existence have repercussions that ripple through this interconnected web. influencing and being influenced by the world around us. Secondly, the law of interconnectedness fosters a profound sense of unity. We're not merely observers in this universe, we're active participants. Each of us holds a distinct yet integral piece of the cosmic puzzle. When we grasp this truth, it fosters a sense of respect and responsibility for our actions, thoughts, and intentions, knowing that they reverberate throughout the universe. Lastly, and most significantly, embracing the law of interconnectedness opens doors for deep, meaningful change. If every element in the universe is interconnected, every element holds the potential to catalyze transformation. By aligning our intentions and energy with positive, constructive outcomes, we can leverage the RL flow to bring about remarkable change, both within ourselves and in the world around us. So now we've laid the groundwork about what the law of interconnectedness is. Let's delve into what it could mean for us, as individuals, as societies, and as a global environment. At the individual level, the law of interconnectedness can transform how we view our place in the world. It conveys that our actions, thoughts, and emotions matter, resonating across the universe through the RL flow. This realization might motivate us to adopt more positive behaviors, cultivate positive emotions, and foster healthier relationships. Remember the equation? Our personal correlations and energy interactions contribute to the overall interconnectedness. At the societal level, understanding interconnectedness could instigate significant shifts in how we structure and govern our societies. It could inspire a shift away from competition and towards cooperation, recognizing that our collective actions have profound effects on the RL flow. Policies might increasingly prioritize the collective good, acknowledging that a healthier, happier society benefits every individual within it. For the environment, this law illustrates how everything in the natural world is interconnected, from the tiniest microorganism to the largest ecosystems. Human activity, therefore, has far-reaching impacts on the environment, influencing the RL flow at a planetary scale. This realization could drive more sustainable practices, valuing and protecting our natural world as an integral part of the interconnected universe. It's a beautiful concept, isn't it? That we are not separate from the world around us, but deeply entwined within it. Each one of us is a piece of a far grander puzzle, and by aligning our actions and intentions with the natural flow of the universe, we can contribute positively to the RL flow and create a more harmonious world. Now let's move on to our third law for today, the law of conservation of RL flow. If you're familiar with the concept of conservation of energy in physics, this will feel somewhat similar. The law of conservation of RL flow suggests that the total RL flow, or the energy, in the universe remains constant. It can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. This transformation is exactly what we're experiencing in life: constant change, constant evolution. The essence, the RL flow, however, remains constant. Let's understand this better with the help of the two equations. The first equation is somewhat analogous to the first law of thermodynamics. Q represents the change in RL flow, U stands for the internal energy change within the system, and W is the work done by the system. This equation simply states that the change in RL flow within a system is equal to the change in its internal energy plus the work done by the system. The second equation describes the inverse relationship between the change in resistance R to RL flow and the change in force F within a system. Essentially, as resistance to RL flow increases, the force within the system decreases, and vice versa. This is crucial for maintaining balance and equilibrium in the RL flow. Together, these equations emphasize that while the form of RL flow might change, the total RL flow is conserved, remaining constant at the universal level. Now, to get a better grasp on the law of conservation of RL flow, let's look at some examples. Consider a solar cell converting sunlight into electricity. The sunlight, a form of energy, hits the solar cell and causes electrons to move, creating an electric current. Here, the RL flow in the form of sunlight is being transformed into another form, electricity. the total RL flow is conserved, just transformed. Or let's think about a dam holding back water to create potential energy, which can then be released as kinetic energy to turn turbines and generate electricity. Again, the RL flow is being transformed from one form to another, but it's not being created or destroyed. Remember that every transformation also involves a transfer of energy, which may manifest as work done by the system, like the turning of the turbines in the dam. On a more abstract level, consider the way emotions, thoughts, or beliefs can influence your actions. If you're feeling motivated and positive, you're more likely to act in ways that bring about positive outcomes. Here, the RL flow in the form of emotional and mental states is being transformed into physical actions and results. And what about the second equation? A real-world example could be when you're facing obstacles or resistance in achieving a goal. The greater the resistance, the less force you're able to exert towards achieving the goal. But when resistance decreases, you're able to apply more force, more energy towards your aim. Remember, it's not just about the physical or tangible forms of RL flow. In our complex universe, RL flow also encompasses thoughts, emotions, consciousness, and even quantum states. Now that we've gotten a sense of what the law of conservation of RL flow is all about, let's dive into why it's crucial for maintaining balance and equilibrium. In the physical world, the conservation of energy ensures the universe functions in a stable and predictable manner. When energy transforms from one form to another, the total amount of energy remains constant. This means that, barring external factors, a system will naturally gravitate towards a state of equilibrium. It's a principle that gives us the stable, consistent universe we observe and depend upon. But when we're talking about RL flow, we're talking about more than just physical energy. We're talking about emotions, consciousness, intentions, and other intangible but very real elements of our universe. Just like with physical energy, the conservation of RL flow ensures balance and stability on a larger, more holistic scale. Imagine a seesaw. When the children on either end are of equal weight, the seesaw balances. This equilibrium state is the natural outcome of the forces at play. Similarly, the RL flow in the universe seeks to achieve a balance between all elements. When thoughts, emotions, and consciousness align harmoniously, we reach a state of equilibrium on a universal scale. The law of conservation of RL flow tells us that this equilibrium is not just a nice-to-have. It's fundamental to the functioning of our universe. Without it, we wouldn't have the predictability and stability we need to navigate our world. From the movements of the planets to the rhythms of our daily lives, everything is underpinned by this constant, unchanging flow. Next time you find yourself facing a challenge, remember that the RL flow is always at work, guiding the universe towards balance and stability. Just as you can count on the sun rising every morning, you can trust in the natural tendency of the universe to seek equilibrium. So, we've learned that the law of conservation of RL flow governs the balance and stability of the universe. But what does this mean for us on a personal level? How can understanding this law help us better manage our energy and achieve a balanced life? Firstly, recognizing that our thoughts, emotions, and consciousness are part of this universal RL flow can change our perspective. We're not isolated entities. We are, in fact, intertwined with everything else in the universe through this RL flow. Understanding this can help us be more mindful of our energy. Just as we pay attention to our physical energy, not wasting it, conserving it for when we need it most, we can do the same with our mental and emotional energy. Negative thoughts and emotions can disrupt our personal RL flow, leading to imbalance and disharmony. By consciously choosing positive thoughts and emotions, we can better align with the universal RL flow, leading to a more balanced and harmonious life. Moreover, the law of conservation of RL flow tells us that our energy is not lost, but transformed. If we're feeling drained or out of balance, we can remember that our energy hasn't disappeared. It has simply transformed. This understanding can be empowering, reminding us that we have the ability to redirect and realign our energy. Finally, recognizing that we're part of a larger, interconnected system encourages us to consider the impact of our actions on the broader RL flow. Are we contributing to harmony and balance, or are we causing disruptions? Understanding the law of conservation of RL flow calls us to act with greater responsibility and awareness, not just for our own well-being, but for the well-being of the universe as a whole. And there you have it, folks. We've just deep dived into the fascinating world of the laws of reciprocity, interconnectedness, and conservation. We discovered how these laws are connected through RL flow, shaping our reality and our universe. To quickly recap, the law of reciprocity showed us how our intentions and energy can impact our reality. Through the equation R equals I times E, we learned that the energy we receive is directly proportional to our intentions and the energy we exchange. The law of interconnectedness highlighted our intricate connection to everything else in the universe. Through the equation I equals sigma times the product of C and E, we understood that our interconnectedness is the sum of all conscious interactions and energy exchanges. The law of conservation of RL flow reminded us of the universality of balance and equilibrium. With the equations Q equals U plus W and F equals negative R, we explored the concept of conservation and how RL flow is transformed, not lost. These laws don't operate in isolation. They're all interconnected, helping us to better understand our existence within this incredible universe. Next time, we're going to wrap up this journey with a final episode, bringing together everything we've discussed so far to create a holistic view of our reality. Make sure to tune in. We're planning a special Q&A session after our final episode, and we want to hear from you. Have any burning questions or thoughts about the series? Leave them in the comments below for a chance to be featured in our Q&A session. If you've enjoyed this journey so far, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated. And as always, we appreciate your support and love hearing about your experiences with these concepts. So, do leave a comment below and join in the conversation. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, you're a vital part of this amazing interconnected universe. I'll see you in the next video.